Hey guys, players, welcome. Welcome to the Sports with Life podcast, episode number 55, the Junior Seau episode, rest in peace, of the Sports with Life podcast. Also, the Dikembe Mutombo episode, I had to throw it out there, the Dikembe Mutombo episode of the Sports with Life podcast. And we are also, like Dikembe Mutombo, saying no to entanglements. No entanglements. If you guys don't know if you guys aren't aware, everyone should be by now because of the memes, because of the internet. Jada Pinkett Smith said that she was in an entanglement, not a relationship, with August Alsina. This is what she said in her Red Table show to Will Smith. There's a lot of things to unpackage there. I mean, first of all, and I'm just gonna put my 2 cents in there. First of all, I mean, I think they've always had some sort of a weird open relationship. If I'm not mistaken, I've heard this before a long time ago through Will Smith. And it's like, I don't know. It's very, I don't know what the end goal, I don't know what the goal is. Like, J. Cole said, he said, I want that Jada and Will love, that blah. You know what I'm saying? That Jada and Will love. Well, it's an open relationship. I don't know if I want, that's not really love. From everything we have learned, it's not really love. Like, love means you're entangled with that one person forever. You love them. That love does not get reciprocated or get sent out anywhere else. And, and apparently, I don't know the whole thing. I don't listen to the Red Talk tape. I don't think I'll get anything out of it. To be honest with you, I won't learn anything from it. So I don't watch the show. I think it's on YouTube. I don't even know where you even find it. But, it's just weird that this is what's taught to your children. You have a daughter, 12. You have a son, I think Jaden's like 19, 20. I don't even know how old he is. They also have an older son. But it's like, it's just one of those things where I don't get it. Is that what you're trying to teach your children? Is that like open relationships are great? Like, this is how you should live your life. Like, we did it. This is working out. Like, I don't get that at all. But with that being said, if you want to be involved in an entanglement, I'm an open party. I'm a willing participant as long as there's no physically harm done to me. If you're a mommy, thick thighs, brown hair, holler at me. Just kidding, but I don't know. It's just really, really weird. I don't know, entanglement. By the way, can we talk about something else though, real quick? Can we talk about how I haven't seen anybody, but can we talk about how big of a snitch August Alsina is? I mean, what a little bitch. So what, a hot older lady made you feel her can snap out of it? Like, it's like, oh, it was bearing on me. I had to get it off my chest. I'm free. I'm glad the shackles are off. Shut up. Oh my God, dude. What the? Why? Why are people like that? How old is he? I don't even know. I'm not even looking. I'm not even by my screen. Like, I can't like type it in and check it out. But it's just like so stupid. God, that's what. I don't know, man. So like, it's not like he's a baby either. It's not like he's like a kid in high school where it's like, oh, this is, older teacher has, even then, like back then, like, I'll be honest with you. Back then, that's what everyone wished for when you're in high school. I hope that hot older teacher would try to take me home and teach me a few physical lessons. But nowadays, it's obviously very frowned upon. Still kind of, it's, not that great back in the day, but still. I mean, a lot of guys, there's a lot of boys, especially, given how they develop, I mean, they're like, holy shit, I'd want that. But you know what I'm saying? Like, as bad as all that sounds, sorry if it sounds really bad. But, even you're an adult, you're an adult and it's like, oh, I have to tell everyone this. And why? Shut the fuck up. Ruin it for a lot of other people. People can't have nice things. It's whatever, man. What a little snitch, though. What a little crybaby bitch. Look at the way he dresses, too, by the way. All that. Just like, should have gave it away. Anyways, I don't know. If I was August Alsina, there's a whole lot of other women I would have chosen other than Jada Pinkett Smith. I'll tell you that much. I don't. She's all right, but I just like, nah, not for me. Besides, only short-haired girls get away with it, or that would get away with being having short hair would be Riri, Rihanna, and Halle Berry. Other than that, it means the fuck out of my face with that short hair shit. Other than that, I like that long, strong, good hair. That good her. You know what I'm saying? That strong hair. You know, where you're pulling it, they'd be like, it felt good. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I just let my 2 cents in about that whole ordeal. Don't be a snitch and keep your shit private. Just shut the I don't know why they even had to bring light to it. It's just like they made it worse. Like poor Will's over here becoming a meme in front of everybody. And then there's a new word called an entanglement. Now everyone's going to start using this fucking word as, no, I wasn't cheating on you. It was an entanglement. This goes to prove that women are worse than men. Straight up. And then men nowadays are kind of like bitches, just like August Alsina, snitching on everybody. So I said what I said. Anyways, moving on. Something I wanted to talk about as well is that the Washington Redskins, I'm a little late to this party. It's fine because Uncle Edgar's only recording 1 episode a week. The Washington Redskins are changing the name. It's official. They're retiring the old Redskins name. So now they'll be DC something, Washington something. They have a name picked out. They're dealing with trademark issues. So I don't know exactly what it's going to be, what kind of, bumps they're going into, but they're going to be a new team coming in this season. I don't know if the colors are going to stay the same. I don't know if, how the logo is obviously going to change. I don't know if the colors are going to stay. Who knows? They have to do a whole new uniform. And I've said this before, and I've gone on record on saying it. I was on another podcast, Slump Buster Podcast. Shout out to them. Slump Buster Podcast. By the way, I like their logo. It's like a fat girl, and people call it Slump Buster. I call that a Tuesday. Anyways, they are. There's a whole lot of. For something to happen this quickly, mind you, we are in. What the hell is today? July 14th, tax day tomorrow. So July 14th, season starts in 2 months. So, and if we do have a season, it's going to be in 2 months. So they have to change their, change their name, change their logos, change the uniforms. There's going to be a lot of changes made. But I think all in all, this is going to be a plus for the Washington Redskins, the Washington Redskins have been one of the most profitable teams for the longest time. As shitty as that organization has been, they've been very profitable. And it was when FedEx come out, FedEx come out and says, well, I don't think we should do business anymore or change the name. And then Nike says, yeah, we're not selling your shit anymore on our website. And then Amazon, one of the biggest retail was online retailers, say, yeah, we're pulling your shit too. That's a big fucking problem for them. There goes your profits. And they forced them to make a name change, and that's what they're doing. When it comes to money, dude, you fucking start taking that shit away from them. These guys start making changes. Now, it just goes to show. You start pushing buttons enough. You start saying enough people get it together and be like, this isn't going to happen. We don't want to do business with you. You're not going to do business with us anymore. We're going to do this unless you do that. And, it's powerful. It's powerful what FedEx did. It's powerful what Nike did. There's so many other people who could do that too, and a lot of people who would like, dude, I think like Dallas Cowboys would be fucked if something like this happened to them. I don't want Cowboys anymore. They killed Indians, and Indians are endangered. That type of shit. But I think, like I said, a rebranding isn't a bad idea for the Redskins. Could be very, very good. It could bring better players. Definitely going to bring a whole lot more media. It's definitely going to bring jersey sales. People are going to want to buy the newer jerseys. So I think there's a lot of upside to this. And we'll see how this goes. The next coming days, probably something will happen. Something will change and come out here pretty soon. we'll see. But Dan Snyder finally had to make a move. They had to make a move, and it was powerful what FedEx did. FedEx, Nike, Amazon, and I think there was another one I can't remember off the top of my head. Western Union, I can't remember what it was. But cool shit going on. Shitty name anyways, Redskins. They haven't been good since they should change their name in the 90s. They haven't been good since what? I don't even know. When the last time they made the playoffs? I don't have my computer. I ain't going to look it up. It doesn't really matter. It's a moot point at this point. I have my notes up, though. What did I say here? Can you guys see that? Yeah. The Redskins changing the name. So we'll see. I don't know if the Broncos play him. I'll have to double check. Check the schedule. If they're even, dude, I don't even know what the hell, if anyone's going to be able to go to games. Don't even know if, we, who knows? There's a bunch of shit unanswered. We got a disease that still has not been controlled yet. Probably won't be controlled because we are too stupid to sit our asses at home. We can't stay home. Oh, I have to do this. I have blah, blah, blah. Shut the fuck up. A lot of people have life or death for a lot of these people. But, and then we have the higher ups. We're going to call them higher ups. We don't name them by names here. Want the schools to open back up. Want to put the kids in danger of spreading this disease a whole lot more. And saying that the schools are going to be defunded if the schools don't get reopened. So another reason for you to go out there and vote in November. And one thing Uncle Edgar here says, old Mr. AKA Edgar Rodriguez, Uncle Edgar, Theo Owie, whatever you want to call me, is we got to do better for our kids. This is not doing better for the kids. I don't have any kids, like I said this before, not yet. But we got to do better for the kids, man. And just not doing better for the kids. Just so stupid. So dumb. I don't even know, I don't even know why this is even an argument. You're telling me adults who can't sit there and say, an adult who said, oh, this will just go away, who's undermining science and professionals and, in warnings in signs, the same person who got rid of the pandemic crisis team, I think this is called in the government, right when he got into office, and is now pulling out of the World Health Organization, claims to know more about the disease than these professionals, and wants to put our kids in danger. Our kids, my niece, whatever, want to put these kids in danger. Another reason for you to vote in November. Those are my 2 cents. That's all my other 2 cents. I put 4 cents in total today. 4 cents. That's it. That's what I'm talking about today. Just some stupid shit. Just a lot of stupid shit going on here. I'd rather just, I don't know, man. I'd rather just, just sit and stare at my fucking ceiling all day and listen to some of this shit that comes up around me. It's kind of hard to avoid with technology. You just want to go out there, look at a couple memes, laugh at a couple of videos, listen to some music, watch some music on YouTube, a little bit of gaming, but it's unavoidable sometimes. Stupid shit is unavoidable. You can't fix stupid. I wish we could. You know what I'm saying? I wish we could. But anyways, moving a little bit backwards. A recap of this weekend. UFC 251. Old Uncle Edgar went 4-1 in his picks. Not bad at all. 4-1 on the main event picks, on the main card picks. A couple undercard fights I want to talk about. David Grant, I believe is his name. I don't have him pulled up right now. I could probably pull him up here. Let me take a look here. Don't mind me. Can I even see this? There it is. Oh shit. Technology is pretty cool. Davy Grant. Yeah, Davy Grant. Davy Grant started off the night with a knockout. Not only did Davy Grant got the knockout, he got the bonus. Why did he get the bonus? Because he got the knockout, I think in the second round, with a broken jaw. Those English dudes, those UK dudes are tough as shit. A broken jaw. And see a lot of people, they want to be fighters until they get their jaw broke or anything like that. It's a tough sport, man. UFC 251 was a good card, decent card. Controversy, which we'll definitely talk about here in a second. Shout out to David Grant though for getting the damn thing done. Another undercard fight, which brought to my attention actually a fighter about a week or so ago. My friend Chase Prohaska, Chase, aka Choner man, Choner, aka Choner, whatever. We call him a lot of AKAs, just like me. But he was like, tweeted me out this video, me and my boy Thomas from the Most Underrated podcast. And he goes, what about this guy? How's this going to go? Give him a chance. Little did we know he was going to be on the main undercard fight. Jiri Prohaska was the name of the fighter. You know, when I was watching this, I was like, man, he throws some weird wide punches. Like, I was just looking at he's fighting Volkan Ozdemir. And I was like, there's no way this guy can beat Ozdemir. Ozdemir pieced him up a little bit. Ozdemir touched him. They were touching each other. Not in that way, but you know what I'm talking about, in fighting sense. And then Prohaska landed, I think it was a right that put Ozdemir to sleep. Put him night-night. And I was like, holy shit, this guy can hit. He also take a hit. Very awkward. He reminded me of that meme. I don't know if it's a meme, but I don't remember what movie it is, but it's Jim Carrey. Where he's like, I don't know, he's like that. That's how it kind of reminded me of him fighting. He reminded me of Jim Carrey fighting in that sense. And, dude, he just got dropped. He has power, man. The guy has weird kicks. 205-pound division should be looking out for Jiri Prohaska. Serbian, I believe is what he is. Croatian, Serbian, I can't remember, but holy shit. That was vicious. Vicious. And he's like 6'5". He's a tall dude, so I mean 6'4", maybe 6'3". He was a really, really tall dude, I remember that. So a dude like that can give someone like John Jones some issues. So we'll see what happens. Keep your eye on Jiri Prohaska. You never know what's going to happen. But on to the main card. The main card is what we're here to talk about anyways. And let's start out from the bottom and move way up to the top. So bottom, the first card of the night on the main card was Paige Van Zandt versus Amanda Ribas. And it went exactly how Uncle Edgar wanted it to go. It just showed Amanda Ribas tough winning her last 3 fights. She's beaten Mackenzie Durr and Randa Marcos, and now she just submitted Paige Van Zandt. Paige Van Zandt was cut, I think, in that fight at some point. Got submitted. That armbar, man, looked vicious, and I thought her arm was going to break because where the referee was positioned, he didn't see the tap, so she had to let go, and they finally saw the tap, and Paige Van Zandt lost. So Amanda Ribas is moving up in that division. So Amanda Ribas is a problem. So you're going to see a whole lot more of her. It's 115 pounds, I believe is what it is, 115 pounds. So you're looking at maybe, or is it 125 pounds? I'm going to say 125. That's 125 pounds. So you're looking at a bunch of possibilities there still. Maybe Michelle Watterson, who will be fighting here pretty soon. Who's fighting Angela Hill, another possibility. So many different, some different stuff going on there. So we'll see what happens. Ribas is a problem. Submission, stand up. She's tough. But what's next for someone like Paige Van Zandt? Paige Van Zandt, a very popular name. Like I mentioned before, if you guys did not watch it on my baby podcast, the preview to UFC 251. And, thinking about Paige Van Zandt, we're talking about, you're listening to Dana White. Dana White almost echoed the same sentiments I had. It's like, I don't think she's in the fight game anymore. I don't think she really, she has what it takes to be in the UFC anyways. And then Dana White said, absolutely, test the free market agency, see what's out there for you. But the thing is, you're coming off a loss. The only reason a lot of people are going to be signing you is because of your name. You're a pretty gal, very bubbly gal. You're making a good name of yourself in Instagram. You've said it before, you make a whole lot more money on Instagram than you do fighting. Go do your thing. But fighting is the reason why you're making the money on Instagram in the first place. You also bought yourself a set of tits. Let's be real. She did go out and get a breast augmentation. That's good for her. I think women have the right to do that. I'm not knocking it. I'm not a big fake boobs guy myself, but I'm all natural. But she did what she did. She's doing it for a reason. She obviously feels more comfortable doing that. She's more confident that way. And that's how she's making her money now, just kind of putting her body out there. Her and her husband out there putting their bodies out there. So, maybe, who knows? Maybe fighting is not going to be it for her for a while. It just is what it is. It is what it is. There's certain avenues people take to become successful. Maybe this is a different avenue for her to become successful. So, keep your eye on it. Who knows what's going to happen? I don't think she'll be returning to UFC. I think that may have been the last fight of her contract. But you guys know Dana White. Dana White's stubborn AF. So we'll see what happens. Good luck to Paige Van Zandt. Even though he didn't give me a chance. Good luck. Whatever. Second fight. Another women's fight. And I've said this. The baby podcast before. Rose Namajunas versus Jessica Andrade could be the fight of the night. And it was the fight of the night. The women just do it better sometimes. I've said, I'm just saying. Uncle Edgar's onto something. And what a great fight it was. Dude, holy shit. These girls are going to war, hitting each other. They're all bleeding. Rose Namajunas came out on top. Great scrambles, great takedown, great jiu-jitsu, great grappling, great stand-up. Rose Namajunas left the big old fucking mouse, I don't even know what do you call it? Like a blood pocket, like under her eye was shut. Still got the W, man. Tough chick, and that's cool for Rose. Get back in the win column. And then hopefully you'll see her fight for the title again. Maybe fight Weili Zhang when stuff starts to clear up. When Zhang is able to travel, I don't know what the travel restrictions are for her. I think she's Hong Kong Chinese. We'll see. Maybe that's the fight that's going to happen next. Try to get her belt back. Jessica Andrade, like I said, a little baby female version of a young Vanderlei Silva. Wide punches, tough as hell, bite down on the mouthpiece. Just very fiery like that. They put on a great fight. It was so good to watch. Try to remember bits and pieces. I did drink a little bit Saturday night, just a tiny bit. Just get out of here. Just a tiny bit of drinking, but it was everything. I was with some friends, so I was catching up at the same time, trying to watch these fights. Answering the questions that need to be answered. But it was still a good time, and I was still able to watch the fights. Audio was a different thing, but it is what it is. It's fun. Okay, have a good time. Got to live your life as much as possible during these stupid ass times. Now going into the championship fights. The one blemish on Uncle Edgar's record was Jose Aldo versus Petr Yan. I chose Jose Aldo beating Petr Yan. It was a good fight. Win all 5 rounds except Petr Yan finished it in the 5th round. At some point in the 3rd round is where it got turned around. I thought the first 2 went to Aldo, but sometime in that 3rd round is where Petr Yan turned it up. I don't know if it was like the weight cut for Jose Aldo. He looked fine against Marlon Moraes. That 2, though, was also a 3-round fight. So, you got to keep that in mind. That Moraes fight was a 3-round fight, so it barely escaped by. This fight was 5-round fight, championship fight. 3rd round is when he started fading. You can see him start to fade. So I don't know if it was a weight cut. I don't know what it was. But Jose Aldo started to fade, and Petr Yan was just getting started right there in the 3rd round. Was battering Jose Aldo, battering with body shots. Petr Yan, 27 years old, looks older because he's a fighter. He just looks older. 27-year-old, has 2 kids, and now is a bantamweight champion of the world. Shout out to Petr. I love the name Petr. P-E-T-R, but said Petr. Petr Yan. What a cool name. You could do a lot of good marketing with Petr. But yeah, shout out to Petr, man. He did his damn thing. Tough individual. And is champion for a reason. I kind of threw him on the bus, but threw a little shade at him saying that he knocked out aging Uriah Faber. But Jose Aldo beat the shit out of Uriah Faber in his prime, so that's why I was that's where it kind of went. I was like, nah, I'm going Jose Aldo. Jose Aldo showed he was Jose Aldo for 2 rounds, and then I think Petr Yan just sent him back to the featherweight division. Petr, man. What was next for Petr? There's 135 pounds, so who knows? Maybe a matchup with Dominic Cruz. I don't know if Dominic Cruz gets that matchup. Maybe Henry Cejudo will come back. Who knows, man? Cody Garbrandt just got a KO over Sansao, top 5 fighter. There's a lot of different options there, 135 pounds. And you could also see Frankie Edgar. Frankie Edgar will be fighting here soon in August against Pedro Munoz. You can also see Frankie Edgar 135 pounds. So there's a lot of different options there. Keep your eye on a lot of different things. There's a lot of people there. I know I'm forgetting somebody, and they're going to be pissed if they ever see this, but it is what it is. Whatever. But yeah, Jose Aldo, one of my favorite fighters ever. I have a little Funko Pop of him. I think it's at work. I got to get that shit. Yeah, I think it's at work. My Jose Aldo Funko Pop I got to put up. But anyways, moving on to the second championship fight of the night. Very entertaining fight, but also very controversial in the sense that they gave Volkanovski the nod over Max Holloway. Now, initially looking, now keep in mind as well, I don't have a lot of audio. I'm also watching and trying to answer questions at the same time. Like I said, in my opinion, the fight was way close. Just from what I saw. I have to rewatch the fight again. When they said that Volkanovski, I wasn't surprised. But a lot of people are surprised that they gave it to Max Holloway, that they did not go to Max Holloway's way. I have to take a look at it again because I thought that they were very, very close. I want to know for sure. I think the first two for sure went to Holloway. First 2 rounds. The third, the fourth, and the fifth, I think were a whole lot closer. I think that, if I remember right. Third could have gone either way, and then the fourth and fifth. Yeah, like I said, I was drinking a little bit. Stuff I drink a little bit of Crown Royal. A little Corona. Just sipping on water. Ate some pizza. Some eyes got a little blurry. Anyways. But still, I thought it was a good fight, very intense fight. The Volkanovski showed he became the champion in the first place. Tough dude. Weathered a lot of good storms from Max Holloway. Max Holloway fought very, very well. Excuse me. And I think that you'll definitely see a trilogy. You can't just move on from this fight. You can't. The first fight was, okay, we'll give you Volkanovski. You outpointed Holloway. Cool. This one, nah. We're going to have to run it back. And Dana White's already on that train. He's going to be on that train. But there's a lot of fights at 145 pounds, which I'll talk about here in a little bit, that can happen as well. But I don't see that happening. Next time I see Volkanovski, it'll be across the cage from Max Holloway. I think that's what's going to happen. It has to happen. You can't have this doubt. But also at the same time, you can't leave it to the judges. You just can't. This has been said many, many times, repeated by Dana White, by a whole lot of people. You can't leave it to the judges. Why? Because a lot of these guys have never fought in their life. A lot of these people don't know, their right from left, or what is it? Their foot from their ass cheek. I don't know what it. You know what I'm talking about. There's a lot of people. All these judges don't know shit. So still a lot of changing that needs to be done there. I don't know how that works out. If they can bring their own judges, the UFC, or especially in a thing like at Yas Island, Fight Island. I would put that in. I don't know how that works out. Or they have to go to Dubai. I don't know what that whole shit is. It's really weird. I have to look into that. I'll look into it and get back to you. But, yeah. I feel bad for Max. I think Max fought a very, very good fight. Given the certain circumstances, all these fights were very, very competitive. Given the lack of training or lack of training time with certain individuals, lack of training time with certain coaches, which is segueing me to the main event, which is Jorge Masvidal, who took the fight on 6 days' notice to fight Kamaru Usman, who also took the fight on 6 days' notice. Let's just not leave that out the way. It's not like Kamaru Usman was training the fight. He still took a fight on short notice. Same thing with Jorge Masvidal. I'm sure he was training. Probably wasn't training specifically for Kamaru Usman. I'm sure he was training. He seems like a workhorse. He's always in there. He made weight. That was going to be a big question mark. 21, 22 pounds coming in at the fight. Also getting pizza on the way to the fight, flying out to the fight. So cutting that weight, I think 22 pounds I think he ended up cutting, making the weight 185 pounds, 170 pounds. So 170 pounds weight limit, and he made the weight. And Ultimate Professional came out there, and the fight went exactly how Uncle Edgar imagined it was going to go. Kamaru Usman was going to drain him. Kamaru Usman was going to smother him. Kamaru Usman was going to dirty box him, wrestle him, grapple him. That's what he did. Try to keep him down as much as possible. Jorge Masvidal, the ultimate professional, a fighter's fighter, fought hard, but ultimately it was too much. I said Kamaru Usman has a way of making fights boring in the sense that kind of similar to what Demetrius Johnson used to do. Very similar. He would just make it boring, and he just because he would just dominate you in one aspect of the fighting, which in this case would be the grappling. Same thing with Demetrius Johnson. It's just how it was, man. I told you, those Nigerians, you just don't fuck with them. There's something about them you just can't take away from them. You just can't scare them. Like Francis Ngannou. I mean, just tough dude. There's also a Nigerian nightmare who was Okoye from the Broncos. I don't remember. I'm messing this up. No, from the Chiefs, I think is what it is. I can't remember. My brain's fucking fried right now. But it went exactly how I thought it was going to go. A lot of people, there's a lot of hype surrounding Jorge Masvidal. Rightfully so. He's coming in 3 fights straight, winning 3 fights in a row, 3 very exciting fights, 3 stoppages, and got the money he wanted, but ended up leaving without a belt and leaving with an L, another L on his record. So that makes 14, 33 out of 14, something like that. 14 L's. But the thing about Masvidal, if you ever look at his record, he rarely gets finished. I think he got finished twice. The one to Toby Yamada, which is very famous. If you guys are MMA fans, you guys check it out. The one very early in his career. So he's very hard to put away. So it's not like this was an easy fight for Kamaru Usman taking the fight on 6-day notice for Jorge Masvidal. It was a tough fight. I mean, you saw it. He would get pieced up on the ground. He had to take it to the ground, so that's what happened. Was it boring? Probably not as exciting as people wanted it to be, but I mean, the hype is there, and eventually started dwindling probably somewhere in the 3rd round where you realize, oh, yeah, this is not going to go Jorge Masvidal way. I don't know how many texts or how many people have called me. I think only one person about it, but Chase, actually, Choner. My friend actually hit a parlay, 8-fight parlay. I can't believe he did that. I think it was 8 fights or maybe the whole card. He hit it all. That was pretty good. I'm impressed. But a lot of people had Masvidal winning the fight. That I've talked to. People had messaged me, texted me, like, hey, who do you think is going to win the fight? Well, here's my pick. Why? Blah, 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 blah. So I'm the professional here. Listen to me. Get it together. But otherwise, very good card. Very solid card. The women did it best. Jessica Andrade. And Rose Namajunas. Rose Namajunas had an uphill battle here, losing 2 family members to COVID-19, and was like, you know what? I have to go in there and fight. I have to start fighting, and she did. Shout out to her corner. Her husband, Pat Barry. I don't know if he's her husband, boyfriend, Pat Barry. I don't know if they're married. I think they are. Trevor Whitman as well. Trevor Whitman is in the corner. Was also in the corner for Kamaru Usman as well. So Trevor Whitman, Colorado, are representing stand up. But yeah, that was this last weekend, which was a very good fight. But tomorrow, today's Tuesday, tomorrow's tax day. A lot of people have to pay taxes, and I had to pay taxes, and I don't know what's gonna happen. I've never paid taxes before. I didn't know. I think I paid once, but it was to state. You have to pay to both. Not a whole lot, but I really don't want to. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever. We'll do it. We'll take care of it when it comes. Anyways, tomorrow there will be a new. Let me see if I can. Where's my mouse? Where's it at? There it is. I don't know if I can see this. There we go. There is a card going down tomorrow. Fight Island. Like I said, Fight Island will house like 3-4 main events. Like the rest of July. I'll have to check it out. I know this one this week and another one next week. This weekend. Yeah, one tomorrow and maybe this weekend. I can't remember. But anyways, it'll be the main event is Calvin Kattar versus Dan Inge. Now Dan Inge, last fight, beat Edson Barbosa. Let me see his cards real quick because Edson Barbosa. Where's my mouse? There it is. He beat Edson Barbosa. He also beat someone else before that. Let me click on that. Did he finish him? I don't think he finished Edson Barbosa. I think it was a decision that went his way. I thought he wouldn't win that fight, but when I watched the fight initially, okay, this is enough. When I watched this, sorry guys, this looks fucking weird. I don't know if you guys are looking at this. He fought. What the hell is that? Everyone chill. I gotta get closer because I can't see it. He fought Bektik and then Aguilar. All decision wins for him. So he's won his last 3 fights. Tough fights. All by decision. Now, let's take a look at his opponent, Calvin Kattar. Calvin Kattar, if you guys remember. Oh, shit. This is so stupid. I got to put my little thing. Calvin Kattar last fought not that long ago. I want to say March was the fight. March, April, March. No, it was May because there was no crowd. I want to say it was April. May. That's what I want to say. May. Fought Jeremy Stephens, I believe. I can't remember. May 4th? Well, anyways, fought not that long ago. Knocked out Jeremy Stephens. Knocked him out with the coldest elbow I've ever seen in my life. And just demolished Jeremy Stephens. Knocked him out cold with an elbow. Hit him a gun. Maybe 1 or 2 times on the ground. Before that, fought Zabit. Magomedov, I can't remember. I can't say his name. You guys know Zabit. Zabit, probably next title contender at 145 pounds. Given what happens. Now, I've said it before. I'll say it again. That fight against Zabit, 2 things. Was anywhere else in this country, Calvin Kattar wins that fight. That's the decision that goes Calvin Kattar's way. I thought he won that fight. I don't think it was as close as, I don't think it was as close as people were making it to be in Russia. The fight was in Russia. Magomedov's, not Magomedov's. It's like Magomedov, I can't say his name, but Zabit's name. Zabit is from Russia. So I think he got hometown there. But that fight happens anywhere else. I mean, I think you give that to Kattar. Also before that, Kattar fought. How come I can't see his ass? Ricardo Lamas knocked him out too. Kattar's an animal. Kattar is a beast and someone you not take lightly. This fight, if I'm going to pick anybody, it's definitely going to go to Kattar. I think Kattar could knock out Dan Ige. Dan Ige has tough fights, but doesn't have that finishing power. Tough dude, Hawaiian. Those Hawaiians, I've told you, I've said this before on the show before. You don't fuck with Hawaiians, you don't fuck with Islanders, Samoans. He's a tough dude, but Kattar is something else, man. Developed late as far as the fight game goes. A little bit old on the older side, but guy gets it done. Guy gets it done by knockout too. So you definitely got to watch out for old Uncle Calvin Kattar. Dude, you guys got to, seriously, man, if you guys are going to do anything tomorrow, I think it's on ESPN tomorrow. So check it out. I'm going to put a reminder up as well. The second fight will be Tim Elliott versus, what's his name? Where is it? Let me hit refresh here. Tim Elliott versus Ryan Benoit. Another good fight on the card. I got Tim Elliott winning this fight. I don't know. Tim Elliott's been kind of a losing streak. So Tim Elliott, if you guys remember, Tim Elliott has fought for the championship at 125 pounds. Is a flyweight fight, I believe. I don't know if it's bantamweight or flyweight. But Tim Elliott has fought for the championship. I gave Demetrius Johnson one of the toughest fights he's ever seen. He lost a split decision. Very, very close fight. But I fought Demetrius Johnson the hardest up until Henry Cejudo beat him. So obviously even before Dominic Cruz, but it is what it is. And then also Jimmy Rivera versus Cody Stamann. You guys saw Cody Stamann not that long ago as well fight just days after his brother passing away and getting the work done against Cody Keller. But Jimmy Rivera is another tough dude. I think Jimmy Rivera, if I'm not mistaken, was on that fight card. Let me take a look. Jimmy Rivera was on the fight card not that long ago too, where he was like talking to his fighter. Because this one was against. No, it's not this one. Was that the one? His last fight was Pottery on. That was a while ago. And we all know how that one went down. Yeah, I'm still going Cody Stamann. Cody Stamann's wrestling, tough dude. Quick turnaround too, so we'll see. A lot of good fights, so go ahead and check it out. A couple kind of like tidbits on the undercard, which makes things a little bit more exciting. On the undercard, there's Jared Gordon will be fighting against I can't remember. Hold on, I gotta pull it up because I was trying to do this with no no notes and shit, and now look at me. Uncle Edgar's like looking so out of whack here. Hold on. Close. Jared Gordon will be fighting two things here. Where's it at? Prelims. I can remember his name. Jared Gordon, but Chris Fishgold, who was another victim of Cater. I think it was Cater. But Jared Gordon will be fighting on the card. Jared Gordon lost his corner. His corner won't be able to corner him because of COVID-19. They tested positive. They won't be able to make the fight, so they won't be able to corner him. So what's going to happen? Paul Felder, who is one of the announcers as well, will be cornering him. So he'll be working double duty. He'll be working as an announcer, also work as a cornerman that day too. So when this fight comes up, he'll be out there in the corner, cornering Jared Gordon. Which will be a cool thing to see. So if you guys don't know Paul Felder last fought against Dan Hooker back in February, I believe is what it was. Fought about a very great fight. I thought he won the fight, is what it is. Did not win the fight. Dan Hooker goes on to be fighting Dustin Poirier, gets the shit beat out of him by Dustin Poirier. But, Paul Felder, very good announcer. Very good announcer, so has to pull double duty. So it's going to be very interesting and fun to watch as well. Jared Gordon, by the way, shout out Jared Gordon, follows me on Twitter. What's up, player? I think he does. On the double check. I can follow. Gabriel Fluffy Iglesias follows me on Twitter, but I didn't even know that. I don't know how long he's been following me. Fluffy, if you're seeing this, player, send me chocolate cake. One other quick cool tidbit. There is a guy on here. Let's see if I can say his name here. Munir Lazez. He'll be fighting Abdul Razak Al Hassan. Lazez, I think you say his name. First fight on the main card. Got discovered when his friend saw Dana White somewhere and said, "Hey, this is my friend. Check out his highlight reel." Checked his highlight reel, and Dana White signed him instantly. So you need to find a friend like that dude. Guys are going to fucking go to bat for you when you see someone famous. Like, hey, check this dude out. Do this. Check this out. Shit like that. That's a cool friend. And if this fool makes it from Abu Dhabi, is where he's from. He fights out of Team Nogueira, I think is what it says. So the Nogueira brothers. Dude, that's going to be pretty fun to watch. That's pretty cool. Man, find you some new friends, man. Your friends ain't going to do that shit for you. Your friends ain't going to see Kanye and then give him your mixtape, man. You need to find new friends here because that's fucked up. Anyways, one more thing I'm going to go over here. Couple things. Premier League is heating up. So Liverpool's already the champions. That's it. I think Manchester City is going to finish second. Third and fourth, like I said, the top four go to the Champions League are the more important ones, especially with Manchester City being overruled. So I think what would happen, I think the top five, whoever in the top five would have gone, except for Manchester City, which is kind of, I don't know how that would have worked out. I think so. Because there was a sanction for Manchester City in place, but they got it overruled, so now they're in the Champions League next year. Top two, I think they're already qualified for the top two. Top four in general, but I think, they won't fall anywhere under second place. Now, third, fourth, and fifth place is kind of heating up pretty good because now you have Chelsea in third, Leicester City in fourth, and Manchester United at fifth. But you still have Wolves and Sheffield United under you as well. So that right there, those third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh spots, very, very tough. Especially when Manchester United dropped the ball yesterday with the 2-2 draw against Southampton with the late goal being allowed. And when you have Chelsea dropping points, getting smoked 3-0, then Leicester getting smoked 4-1 over the weekend, you got to capitalize on those things. Manchester United did not. Wolverhampton won 3-0, and obviously Sheffield winning 4-1. No, Sheffield beating Chelsea 3-0, I believe is what it was. So that it's getting down to the stretch. I think there's 4 or 5 more games left. Keep your eye out. Keep your eye out. They'll be playing games every day this week. I think Wednesday and then Friday, Saturday again, then Sunday and then Monday. So keep your eye out, man. You got want something excited to watch while you're working from home. Watch the Premier League. I'm telling you these things because I love you. I'm telling these things because there's a lot of exciting sports going on right now. Now, here pretty soon, you'll see a whole lot more sports getting in full swing. You'll see NHL coming back, NBA coming back, NBA, the bubble. So right now, the reason why I brought that up, trying to transition as well as I can, trying to segue as shitty as I can, is Russell Westbrook from the Houston Rockets, diagnosed with COVID-19, has been quarantined at home. Won't make it to the bubble right away, so who knows until he gets tested and then gets released to the public. So that's kind of a big deal for Houston because they gave it a lot for Russell Westbrook. And then I think they'll still finish. I think they'll still place. I think they're still in the playoffs. But where they will sit is just something different. So I think they're still top 4 or 5, I believe. So still up there. We'll see what happens. Nikolai Jokic still hasn't reported to the Denver Nuggets because he was diagnosed with COVID-19. Here we are, COVID-19 just fucking everything up. COVID-19 fucking everything up. Canceled my comedy show that I wanted to go to. It was back in May when we were supposed to go. Then obviously it was postponed. They officially just canceled it, which is very sad. So another big reason why you need to go out and vote in November. All these cancellations. You won't be able to go see your football team. You won't be able to see your favorite basketball team, NHL team, hockey team, soccer team play. Because we dropped the ball as a country. When a lot of other countries like New Zealand, Sweden, Germany are pretty much all in full swing. South Korea, Italy has called an end to the pandemic because guess what? They were hit harder than us and they got their shit together. So let's get our shit together. And let's get sports back up and running. Let's be able to go watch sports. Let's be able to hang out with our friends. Let's be able to go to the fucking store. Let's be able to go to the mall. Let's go watch a fucking concert. Let's go watch some movies. Let's go to a fucking restaurant without dividers. Let's get our shit together, all right? That's my message to you, everyone here. Go out and vote. Get our shit together. And that's it. So tune in next time on Sports with Life podcast. We'll probably talk about more stupid shit. Hopefully we don't talk about more entanglements. If not, I'll tell you what I entangled myself. And that's it. I thank you guys so much for tuning in to Sports with Life podcast, episode number 55. We'll see you episode number 56. We'll probably be recording this week. Again, 2 in 1 week. How about that, huh? Thank you guys so much. I love you guys. Hit the share button. Go subscribe. Hit the likes. Tell your family. Tell your mama. Tell your tias. Tell your aunties. Tell your familia. Tell your brother, your hermano, your sister. All that. I love you guys. Take care.